This is K. Vijayalakshmi, Assistant Professor, Department of Genetic Engineering, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research, Chennai 73. Handle the course name Cytogenetics. Course code is U18PCGE603. Topic is crossing over. So in this class, we see about this crossing over, meaning, mechanism, and significance. We will discuss about the meaning of crossing over, example of crossing over in Drosophila, theories, mechanism, kinds, percentage, cytological evidence, factors, cytological evidence, significance, interference, and coincidence. First of all, we see about the meaning of crossing over. So the phenomenon of complete linkage occurs rarely since the linked genes tend to separate during meiotic divisions. This mechanism of the gene as a result of interchange of chromosomal segments was termed crossing over by Morgan. Or we defined as crossing over may be defined as an interchange of chromosomal parts between non-sister chromatids of a homologous pair of chromosomes, resulting in the recombination of genes at meiosis prophase 1 diplotin stage. Or we explain that the exchange of segments of between the inner situated chromatids of homologous chromosomes is called crossing over. So this figure represents the diagrammatic interpretation of crossing over between the two non-sister chromatids. Note how the alleles are interchanged between them. So the exchange of homologous segments with perfect correctness between non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosome responsible for recombination between linked gene is said as crossing over. So it takes place during diploting after the homologous chromosome have undergone 4-strand stage, nothing but 4 chromatid stage. So this produces a cross-like figure at the point of exchange of the chromatid segments. So this figure is called as a chiasma. So crossing over may take place at several points in one tetrad, resulting in the formation of several chiasma whose number varies with the length of chromosome. So it should be realized that chiasma is the result and not the cause of crossing over. So although chiasma formation has been studied by several workers, detail of this process is still not definitely known. So the cause of leading to the breakage of the chromatids and their reunion are not clear. So according to recent findings, chromosomal breakage and reunion may be the result of enzymatic action. So the enzyme endonuclease brings about breakage and ligase is responsible for reunion. So next we see about the example of crossing over in Drosophila. So in Drosophila, the factors of pink eye small r and curled wings small c are recessive, while red eyes capital R and striped wings capital C are dominant. So if a pure breeding fly with red eyes and striped wings is mated with another fly having pink eyes and curled wings, all the F1 hybrids are red-eyed and striped-winged. When a female from these hybrid is back-crossed with a male having pink eyes and curled wings, the F2 generation consists of 49% with red eyes and striped wings, 49% with pink eyes and curled wings, 1% with red eyes and curled wings, and 1% with red eyes and striped wings. So the middle two classes represent the crossover or recombinant types. So both factors for each allomeric pair in this case are situated in the same chromosome. If they were in different chromosomes, 4 classes of individual would have appeared in equal numbers. So after the back cross, equal numbers after the back cross. So on the other hand, if they were completely linked, only the 2 grandparental types would have appeared in the F2. So this figure representing crossing over in Drosophila. So we got this 90% of the parental type and 2% crossover in the F2 generation. So next, what are the theories that represent the chromosomal crossing over? First one is the contact first theory. So this was proposed by a Seri-Brockway. It stated that the 2 chromatids, nothing but the non-sister chromatids of inner side, first contact them across each other. So the breakage comes at the point of contact and broken segments reunite to form new combination. And then the next theory is breakage first theory. So this theory was proposed by Muller. So according to him, two chromosomes, nothing but inner non-sister chromatid, the first break into the two segments without crossing over, and then broken segments reunite each other, forming new arrangement and resulting in a new combination. So this theory is widely accepted. So the figure represents breakage first theory. Next one is a string theory. So according to the Darlington, chromosome breakage occurs at the restraint and tension during pairing. So when two chromosomes pair and become spirally twisted around each other, termed as a relational coiling, they develop a sort of tension on chromatid, as a result of which they become broken at the point of contact as recombination occurs. So broken ends further rejoin, but not compulsorily with the same segment from which they are detached. So when broken ends of different chromosomes get joined, an exchange in genetic material occurs. So Darlington claims that it is the only chiasmata which hold the broken chromatids together as tested with meiosis 1 anaphase. So thus the theory is correlate the cross pairing between homologous chromosomes and crossing over. So if there is no pairing, both homologous will not form or align in a line themselves and will go the same pole, causing non-disjunction. So that is, pairing is necessary for disjunction or separation. So recently, Grill 1964 includes two more types, that is exchange pairing, splitting pairing in Darling theory. So in exchange pairing, homologous chromosome pair and later crossing over occur, but distributive pairing is unaccompanied by homologous pairing and crossing over. Next one is Belling's hypothesis. So according to this, crossing over is not caused by breakage and reunion of chromosome, but newly duplicated genes. So Belling 1933 proposed that crossing over is the result of an exchange between new chromatids during the period of their formation. So according to this, cytologists, new chromomeres are formed first alongside their respective sister chromosome, and the interconnecting fibers are formed. Later, if a rational coiling exists between the homologous, the interconnecting fibers may sometimes be formed between non-sister chromomeres, thus producing a crossover. So next we see about the mechanism of crossing over. First one is the classical theory. So this theory was proposed and advanced by Morgan and Sharp 1934 respectively, also called two-plane theory, because it is assumed that the adjacent loops would be present in different planes at right angles to each other. So according to this theory, chiasma formation occurs when a chromatid of a chromosome comes to associate with the non-sister chromatid of a chromosome. So generally, the sister chromatid of the two chromosomes of a bivalent remain attached with each other during synapsis. But in many diversions, the sister chromatids separate from each other and become attached with non-sister chromatids of the homologous chromosome, thus producing chiasma. So during diploidy, when the homologous chromosome begin to separate from each other, the chromatid involved in chiasma formation are subjected to physical tension or strain at the point of chiasma. This may cause breakage of the two chromatids at this point. The reunion between the chromatid segment thus produced would lead to crossing over or recombination between linked genes. So this is a classical theory. So according to the classical theory, the chiasma is formed after non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosome become attached during synapsis. Second one is chiasma formation is not the result, but the cause of crossing over. Each chiasma does not lead the phenomenon of recombination or crossing over. So the above available experimental findings do not support this hypothesis, and it is of only a historical significance. So this theory, however, no stand rejected. Next is chiasma type theory. It was first proposed by Janssen in 1909 and later on expanded by him in 1924. So further fully developed by Belling and Darlington. So this is also said as one plane theory because in this theory, one would expect reductional separation of chromatids on either sides of chiasma. So according to this theory, breakage in non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosome followed by the reunion of chromatid segment resulting in crossing over. So when the homologous chromosome begin to move away from each other during diploidy, chiasmata are formed at those points where crossing over has taken place. Thus, the chiasma is the result of crossing over. So the figure represents breakage and reunion theory. So only a sister chromatids are attached with each other throughout the whole bivalent, whereas non-sister chromatids become associated to produce chiasmata. So each chiasmata is the consequence of a crossing over event. So therefore, 1:1 ratio is expected between the numbering of frequencies of chiasma and crossing over. So almost all the available evidence support the chiasma type theory. Beetle, Brown and Zohri have strongly supported this theory since there is no one correspondent between the chiasmata and genetic crossover, explain the structure of gene maps and frequencies, etc. And the next one is say about this copy choice theory. So this theory was proposed by Lederberg 1955. So according to this hypothesis, the duplication process and recombination occur simultaneously. In the other words, the paired chromatids duplicate by synthesizing new genes. Then it is followed by the development of new connection between these genes. Thus, the recombination are produced by newly synthesized genes. So there are mainly two objections. One is that only 2 of 4 chromatids are involved in crossing over. Thus, 2 original strands remain intact, while the 2 newly formed strands would be altered by recombination. Secondly, this theory states that duplication should occur during late meiotic prophase, but now no evidence indicates that DNA replication occurs even before synapses. So this figure represents the copy choice theory. Next, we see about the kind of crossing over. So crossing over may be single, multiple, depending upon the number of chiasmata present in the chromosome as follows. First one is single crossing over. When there occur only one chiasma or crossing over at one point in chromosome pair, then it is referred to as single crossing over. So the gametes which are produced by this crossing over are said to be said as single crossover gametes. Second one is double crossing over. So occasionally or sometimes crossing over occurs at 2 points in the same chromosome pairs. So this is said as double crossing over. So the gamete produced by this crossing over are called double crossovers. So it occurs seldom than single crossing over. Next one is multiple crossing over. So crossing over may also occur at 3, 4 or more points in the same chromosome pair and correspondingly said that triple, quadruple and multiple crossing over. So this figure represents the single and double crossing over. Next we see about the percentage of crossing over. So the crossing over may vary depending upon the genes and their location. The change of crossing over are greater over long distance than over short distances. So in the figure, it's quite clear that there are more chances of crossing over between A and C than between A and B. That is, percentage of crossing over of 2 genes is related with the distance between those 2 genes. So if these genes will be near, crossing over will be minimum, and likewise if they will be located at distant places, the crossing over will be greater. So therefore, the percentage of crossing over is directly proportional to the distance of genes between which crossing over occurs. This is of particular importance for drawing the chromosome map. So the percentage of crossing over may be taken as indication of the comparatively linear distance between any 2 required genes. So the unit of crossing over was termed Morgan by Handlin and adapted by Grew and others. So suppose there is 50% crossing over between any 2 genes, then these genes are 15 Morgan along the length of the chromosomes. And next one is a somatic crossing over. So a pairing in the somatic cells followed by crossing over was discovered by Stern in Drosophila, Jones and Semis in Aspergillus. So in most organisms, the meiotic divisions is restricted to the organ concerned with the production of gametes, which is in which pairing of chromosome occur in germ cell. So Stern found that this pairing of chromosome may also come in other vegetative tissues having somatic cells. This in Drosophila, this crossing over exceptionally produced a patch or spot of crossover tissues in certain parts, while the other body parts constitute non-crossover tissues. Thus, fly will be mosaic for crossover and non-crossover tissues. Such type of crossing over in somatic cell is referred to as somatic crossing over. So next we have the cytological evidence of crossing over. So Morgan and his collaborators established the genetic basis of crossing over and linkage, describing the exchange of parts between the homologous chromosome and linear arrangement of linked gene along the chromosome. So this genetic inclination or bias could not be demonstrated cytologically since we cannot observe the homologous chromosome under the microscope because of the following reason. First one is crossing over occur between the homologous chromosome. Such chromosomes are alike in appearance and it is not possible to distinguish between them in microscope. Second one, during crossing over, the four chromatids are intimately coiled around one another. Next one is in living cells, crossing over cannot be seen. In a fixed and stained cells, one cannot say that chromatids have exchanged parts or not. So for nearly 20 years, crossing over remained only a working hypothesis with genitals. So finally, the cytological evidence which established beyond doubt the occurrence of crossing over was given by Stern on Drosophila and H.P. Creighton on mice. Thus, the Stern experiments on Drosophila. So Stern discovered a variety of Drosophila in which a part of chromosome had broken off and become attached to the end of one of the X chromosome. So likewise, he described another variety in which one of the X chromosome was broken. This figure that represents the Stern experiment to demonstrate the cytological crossing over. And next one is the Creighton experiments on mice. So similar demonstration of cytological crossing over was demonstrated in mice by these workers. They observed a corn plant which had a pair of chromosomes whose two numbers could be held apart cytologically. Among them, one was normal and another had a translocated piece of another chromosome at one end. The other end was like a knob. So the normal chromosome carried small c for colorless endosperm and W for starchy endosperm. Other knobbed chromosome had alleles capital C for colored and small W for waxy endosperm. So in this plant, with a plant having homologous chromosome with recessive gene, that is colorless, waxy, small c, small w, small w. So this is a crossover showed the cytological evidence of crossing over, that is the exchange of homologous chromosome parts during the maturation of germ cells. This figure represents this to give the proof of cytological crossing over. Next, we see about what are the factors that are affecting the crossing over. So there are various genetically, physiological, and environmental factors which affect the frequency of crossing over. That is promoter or suppressor, the percentage of crossing over between two loci. So first one is the sex, and it has been observed in male Drosophila that crossing over is completely suppressed or masked, and there is also tendency of reduction of crossing over in male mammals. So in silk moth, crossing over does not occur in females. Thus, the sex of an individual may also affect the frequency. And the next factor is mutation. So gene mutation may also affect the frequency of crossing over. Next one is the age. The age of the individual may also affect the frequency of crossing over. So the bridges are already found in Drosophila That has a female become older, the crossing over tend to decrease. Next factor is inversion. So there are intersegmental changes within the chromosome. So in a given segment of a chromosome, crossing over is reduced due to inversion. So the part of the chromosome which is not involved in inversion, so the frequency of crossing over is increases. The cause for this is still not clear. And next one is the X radiation. Next, temperature. Then the centromere density. These are some of the factors that affect the cytological crossing over. And next we see about the significance of crossing over. So it has a great significance in genetics. So crossing over a wide type of spread phenomenon provide a direct evidence of the linear arrangement of genes. So construction of chromosome maps and tracing linkage groups has been greatly facilitated by data obtained from the study of crossing over. So it increases the frequency of variation, which are vital for evolution. It causes formation of many combinations, which can be acted by natural selection. The established linkage groups and linear order of genes gives much light on the nature and mechanism of genes. So let's see about the chromosome maps. The chromosome maps represent the condensed graphic representation of relative distance of the gene in a linkage group expressed in the percentage recombination located and a single group of chromosomes. So moreover, the genes are believed to occur in a number of linkage groups. So the linkage group correspond to the number of chromosomes. The linkage group in Drosophila melanogaster are 4 in number. So there are 4 pairs of chromosome in that fly. So there are 2 facts made to represent the form of map, which represent that the genes are arranged in a linear row along the chromosome, and the percentage of crossing over between the 2 genes is proportional to their distance part. So the percentage of crossing over is calculated by test crosses. So in mapping gene and unit distance is used. This unit is used 1% of crossing over called the map unit or Morgan. So the crossing over between linked gene may be little as 1/10 of 1% or up to 50% depending upon their kinds. So the first 2 chromosome maps were made in 1911 by Stannard and Bridge. Later in 1920, Morgan and his associate worked extensively on Drosophila and constructed chromosome maps. So then these maps were made in maize, chicks, tomato, etc. So location of genes. So in fixing the exact position of a gene on a chromosome, the crossing over frequency of a gene in relation to another is the criterion. So the procedure adapted for considering a chromosome map can be explained with reference to the 3-point test cross. The 3-point test cross is one in which the F1 resulting from a cross involving the 3 linked genes is back crossed to a triple recessive. In Drosophila, there are 3 genes skewed. Say this F1 females are back crossed to triple recessive males. 8 phenotype are obtained as given below. So in constructing the chromosome map, the distance between the 2 linked genes is indicated by their crossover frequency, that is percentage. Since the crossover frequency of skewed is relation to ECNIS, crossover So in order to determine the sequence of the 3 genes, it is necessary to find out the crossover frequency between skewed and cross-linked. The gene skewed is cross-linkness and the wild type alleles were introduced into the cross by the same parent. One of these is present in the progeny without the other is 352 in the cases. So the figure represents a double, two double crossover may be added. It's a interference and coincidence. So beside a single crossing over having only one chiasma, there may be double or multiple crossover. It has been discovered by H.C. Muller that was a two double crossed overs try to prevent the formation of the crossover. So this tendency of one crossover to interfere with the other crossover is termed and interference. Suppose frequency of A crossover is 10 and frequency of B crossover is 12, then their total frequency will not be 10 plus 2 is equal to 22 as required, but will be less than 22 due to interference. So when the two things happen the same time and the same place, then the coincide and intermix, and this occurrence may be considered coincidence. This coincidence refers to the occurrence of two or more distinct crossover at about the same time in the same chromosomal region. Double crossovers are the result of coming together of two single crossover. When the two doubles occur in a regular expected ratio, coincidence is said to be 100%, whereas interference will be nil. But when there is no doubles, the interference is nil, that is, coincidence is inversely proportional to the interference. So according to Muller 1916, the coefficient of coincidence is ratio between the observed and expected frequencies of double crossover. So coefficient of coincidence equal to actual number of double crossover by expected number. In Morgan hypothesis of crossing over, it has been assumed that the genes had a linear arrangement in the chromosome. So it was also thought that the distance between the two genes on the chromosome is correlated with the amount of crossing over shown by two corresponding alleles. So the percentage of crossing over is directly proportional to the distance of alleles showing cross in the chromosome. So these two facts made to represent in the form of a map which represent that the genes are arranged in a linear row along the chromosome. The percentage of crossing over between the two genes is proportional to their distance apart. Thus, the chromosome map may be defined as a line, number of lines being equal to the lineage group on which the genes are represented by points showing a particular traits or characters proportional to the amount of crossing over. So these chromosome maps are also referred to as crossing over maps since they are sketched by the amount of crossing over. So the percentage of crossing over is calculated by test crosses. In mapping genes, a unit of distance is used. This unit used is 1% of crossing over called as map unit or Morgan. So the crossing over between the linked genes may be as little as 1/10 of 1% or up to 50% depending upon their case. So the first two chromosome maps were made in 1911 by Strouvent and Bridges. Later, in 1920, Morgan and his associates worked extensively on Drosophila and constructed chromosome maps. Then these maps were made in maize, chicks, tomato, etc. So next we see about this location of genes. So in fixing the exact position of a gene on the chromosome map, the crossover frequency of a gene in relation to another is the criterion. So the procedure adapted for constructing a chromosome map can be explained with reference to the 3-point test cross. Say a 3-point test cross is one in which the F1 resulting from a cross involving 3 linked gene is back crossed to a triple recessive. So in Drosophila, the three genes skewed, ecnus, and cross-veinless are sex-linked genes. The skewed is condition in which many body bristles are missing. Ecnus means rough eyes and cross-veinless indicates absence of cross ends on the wings. Since these are recessive mutation, so the F1 females resulting from a cross between these recessive types and wild type resembles the wild type phenotypically. So this is because the females derive one sex chromosome from their mother. So when the F1 females are back crossed to triple recessive males, 8 phenotypes are obtained as given below. So 3-point test cover. So the parent, the female crossed with the male. So F1 that crossed with females. Say this. So in constructing the chromosome map, the distance between the two linked gene is indicated by their crossover frequency, that is percentage, since the crossover frequency of skewed in relation to ecnus is 7.6%, and these two genes are marked 7.6% unit apart. So again, the crossover frequency between ecnus and cross-veinless is 10.1%. These two genes are 10.1 unit apart. So in order to determine the sequence of the three gene, it is necessary to find out the crossover frequency between skewed and the cross-veinless. So the gene skewed and cross-veinless and the wild type alleles were introduced into the cross by the same parent. One of these is present in the progeny without the other is 352 cases. So to these figures, 2 double crossover may be added. The total number of crossover between the skewed and cross-veinless is thus 354 or 17.7%. So this is the sum and not the difference between 7.6% and 10.1. So therefore, the gene cross-veinless is lies beyond ecnus. So it means sequence is SC, EC, and CV. So to these figures, the 2 double crossovers may be added. The total number of crossover between skewed and cross-veinless is thus 354 or 17.7%. So this is the sum and not the difference between 7.6% and 10.1. So therefore, the gene cross-veinless is lies beyond the ecnus. So it means sequence is SC, EC, and CV. So next we see about the interference and coincidence. So besides single crossover, having only one chiasma, so there may be a double or multiple crossover. So it has been discovered by H.J. Muller. Then there are 2 double crossovers. Then one crossover tries to prevent the formation of the other crossover. So this tendency of one crossover to interfere with the other crossover is termed as interference. So suppose frequency of A, small a, crossover is 10 and the frequency of B crossover is 12, then their total frequency will not be 10 plus 2 is equal to 22 as required, but it will be less than 22 due to interference. So when the two things happen the same time and the same place, then they then coincide or intermix, and this occurrence may be considered coincidence. So this coincidence refers to the occurrence of 2 or more distance crossover at about the same time in the same chromosomal region. So the double crossover are the result of coming together coincidence of a 2 single crossover. So when the 2 doubles occur in regular expected ratio, the coincidence is said to be 100%, whereas the interference will be nil. But when there are no doubles coincidence, the interference is nil. That is, the coincidence is inversely proportional to the interference. So according to the Muller 1916, the coefficient of coincidence is ratio between the observed and expected frequencies of double crossover. So coefficient of coincidence equal to actual number of double crossover by expected number of double crossovers. Thank you.